All righty, guys, we're doing it. We are live. Um, Hello, everyone. I am joined today by Alex.
Hi, gang.
Alex um, is here for an encore. Um, I took him at his word last week when he said he knows this movie by heart. We're going
Yep.
to put it to the test, Alex.
Seen it
Um,
too many times.
Edward the Black Prince is saying mute. Is who's on mute?
Um,
Can everybody hear me and see me okay?
hmm.
Oh, okay. Sorry, he said the volume was down. Okay.
Yeah.
So today we are going to be watching the Thanksgiving classic Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yep.
Um, we are going to have such a ball with this one. This is a feel good, fun movie. Um, it's only about an hour and a half long. It's going to be
Hmm.
nice and quick. Won't keep you guys too long as we're getting ready for the Thanksgiving holiday season, Thanksgiving break. Um,
For
all
you
right, so
Americans.
yeah, and all right. So without further ado, everybody, the sync point is at the Paramount logo. We're about 9 to 10 seconds in. Um, and Alex, do you want to count us down?
Alrighty. Got my disc queued up. So in
There
five,
you go.
4, 3, 2, 1,
Not on. We are
play.
getting into this. Okay.
75th
Um,
anniversary of Paramount. Isn't that wonderful?
yep. Yep. All right. Everything looks good. Um, All right. Before we get into it, the movie's starting. We're going to get the background. We're going to see Steve Martin's character first. I've already seen in the chat, Eric is saying I have never seen this one.
Ooh.
Um, all right. And in the chats so far, we
You're
have
in for a
Edward the
treat,
Black
Eric.
Prince. We have
Johnny
Cal.
Devitt.
Yep. Who else? Miss Swift. Swiftness. Let
Chaos
me get.
Spheres joined us.
Uh,
Uh,
yep, let me get into the right channel on Discord. There you go. um, all right.
and we have
Yep,
Steve Martin and Ferris Bueller's dad.
that is Ferris Bueller's dad, which came out. Does anybody off the top of your head remember when Ferris Bueller came out? 86?
Sounds about
Four.
right. No, not
85?
four. I want to say
Probably
six.
85 or 86.
86 sounds about right.
Yep. Um, so this is your classic John Candy, Steve Martin, John Hughes feel good movie. There's not much what action. There's no people getting their heads blown off. So we are
Yeah.
taking a detour from our action-packed week we had last week.
Hmm.
There's no kill count that I know of.
No,
Um,
the kill count is
and
for 2 weeks from now when we have Die Hard.
exactly. Oh, and next week is the Thanksgiving. It's a thriller horror movie, Thanksgiving from 2023. So I think that's going to have a lot of kills in it too. Um,
Yes.
Now that you mention it, so the Sunday after Thanksgiving, I have Die Hard scheduled. I am debating whether we should take that off if there's going to be a lot of people just traveling and don't want to stress about making the movie. We can always take a week off. We could always take a week off at Christmas too. Um, I just kind of want to gauge how you guys feel. If everyone's going to be around, we'll go ahead and do Die Hard. If not, I'm up for suggestions. Oh, here we go. Our first sighting of Kevin Bacon.
Yep.
First and only sighting. He's got a small cameo here.
Yep. And polling the chat and the Discord, what was the movie that Kevin Bacon had just finished shooting with John Hughes that he said, "Oh, you're shooting something next? Whatever you need me to be, I'll be."
Okay, I think I know the answer. Let's open it up to the chat because I think it's a movie. He has the same kind of haircut, doesn't he?
He had pretty much that same haircut for the late '80s, right up through Tremors.
um. Okay, yeah. Eric's saying I have never seen this. Um. Let's see. Edward the
I
Black Prince.
think
I'm sure Threads was a blast. Threads was interesting. I am so glad I did it. Miss Swift joined me. We had a great conversation. The movie was just so heavy. And of course, it was designed to be heavy. Um, and so I totally don't want to pressure anybody to go back and watch it because it is just heavy. Swift is saying she's having a baby. To your question,
that was it. A John
oh,
movie I've never seen.
I saw that once. I can hear your movie coming through. Alex, if you
Oh,
want to turn that down.
yep. There you go.
Oh, Calbot, that was going to be my guess. That was from Footloose, him and the tractor. Or Footloose, I think, was 84.
I think so.
So that was, yeah, when he had a younger look to him, and then she's having a baby, was him being a more mature, grown up role with him married to, I think it was Elizabeth McGovern, who would then go on to be in
Downton
Downton
Abbey.
Abbey. Eric says, I took a quick look at Threads, fast forwarded, but it's not a movie I'm going to watch 100%. Oh, it was, I mean, I felt like I needed a nap afterwards. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm
Did
so glad I did it like as an extra day and didn't use that as a Sunday watch.
that have
It
been
was,
resting for the entire week?
it would have,
Sure.
there would have been, everybody would have skipped it because it's not a Sunday watch party, right?
No.
We got to keep it light and fun. Um, so Chaos Fear says this needs a Travis Bickle cameo. This is going to be full of cameos. Okay, this is really everyone's traveling nightmare, especially around Thanksgiving when flights are canceled more often than not.
Yeah.
Especially the 2 days before Thanksgiving. The day
Yeah.
before Thanksgiving, forget about it if you have to drive anywhere, because that is the worst travel day to be on the road.
Mm-hmm. I blame the client that Steve Martin was going to see that couldn't make a bloody decision looking at mock-ups. It's like, I beg
And
your pardon.
that is the definition of a meeting that could have been done in an email.
Yes. Modernly, yes. Or
Yep.
it's like, this could have been a phone call. This could have been a conference
This
call.
It could have been a digital photo we sent you in an email. Think about it over the holiday, get back to us. So now this is the beginning of the drama.
This was 87, remember, so they wouldn't have had that.
Yes. Yeah, they don't have email. Cell
Oh,
phones were
look at the
unheard
book
of.
John Candy's reading.
And of course, John Candy is Canadian.
Yeah.
This was the height of John Candy's career. It started with a bang in 81, and he just was working nonstop until his death in 94.
94. 94.
Working, I mean, what hasn't he been in, right? I think the first movie he was in was Stripes. Only was with Steve Martin in another movie, so they were only in two movies together. This one and anybody in the chat know offhand?
I don't know offhand. Um,
They're two powerhouses. Calbot still needs to watch the doc on Amazon, the John Candy "I Like Me,"
that was a
which
good
I believe
documentary.
which I believe was taken from a line coming up later in this movie. I like
Yep.
me.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I get, so the scene where he's in the back of a van with Catherine O'Hara,
That's
there's a
Home
part
Alone.
of, exactly, there's a part of me that mistakes it for being in this movie because as a ensemble group of characters during the 80s, you have this all-star comedic cast. They showed up in each other's movies. They were all over the place.
Yep.
Um, and Catherine O'Hara and John Candy go way back to their work
SCTV.
on SCTV together. Um, yeah, when he was the Polka King in the back of the van.
Yeah.
Oh, Edward the Black Prince, my wife likes me. That is wholesome. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. We need more good feeling content and we need everybody to just have that in their lives. I hope everybody does have that in their life. And just like yourself. Okay. I bet, has everybody been in a situation like this? Flights are canceled, delayed. What a nightmare. So I don't know if everybody is catching this subplot of him being a shower curtain ring salesman.
Yeah.
That is a comedic subplot. It is pure genius and pure silly and stupid. And
Yeah.
it's so funny.
But it comes back around. It comes back around. It comes back around.
Yep. Yep. And he's got samples with him.
Yeah.
And doesn't he look like a salesman? I love the look. Okay, Eric had a flight delayed but never canceled. Okay, Swift, a couple Thanksgivings ago, oh, like total canceled. Um, it's probably nothing compared to what is going on right now in a lot of airports, where
Yeah.
literally airports are being shut down and flights are being canceled left and right. Oh, yeah, there you go, Alex. You posted that. I like
Yeah.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And anyone that does this on an airplane should be hit in the face.
This would be considered as violent as it gets in the movie because that is like an act of war if someone did that next to me on a flight.
Yeah. And
Um,
the old guy falling asleep and snoring next to him, who is a
yep.
character actor you will have seen in probably a bunch of stuff, but I can't remember his name
I was gonna point that out
or
because
half the stuff he's been in, but I know him to see him.
yep, he's one of those guys. But I remember him as a character actor, as an elderly man. He's
Hmm.
always had that same kind of look.
Yeah.
So if anybody is so inclined, search for him and see what else we would remember.
And of course, the Steve Martin character lives in a colonial in suburban Chicago,
Uh, so
which
does
so
so does Kevin.
Home, so does Kevin
Home
in the Home
Alone.
Alone, and
Yep.
so does the Uncle Buck family. All three houses, I believe, or might actually be on the same street, but I'm probably wrong.
I believe John Hughes had a personal connection.
Yeah, he lived in Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah,
So everything had that same look.
yeah,
His
and in one
family
of
suburb in
the
Northbrook when he was a teenager. Yep.
yeah, and in one of the
Oh,
features I was watching before we started here, they even said that they filmed one of the many high school films, whether it was 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, Ferris Bueller, or Breakfast Club. They actually filmed it at his old high school. So he said
um,
that was a little weird for him going back into his high school, which he said looked the same. Hadn't been there in
I
20 years,
believe
but it looks the same.
it could have been either Ferris Bueller or Breakfast Club because they both were set in a high school. I
Yeah,
would bet it's Ferris Bueller.
probably. And here's Ben
And
Stein.
Adventures in Babysitting, also set in Chicago. Thank you, Johnny Devick. Oh, and Johnny Devick is saying, was he in Home Alone too? You mean the old guy that was sitting on the plane? Good
Uh,
question.
that's possible. Uh,
Oh, oh, Miss Swift, yeah, canceled. Had to come back in the morning, was staying with relatives, but had to Uber back 40 minutes at 10 p.m. on a Sunday evening.
that just sounds unpleasant.
Even though they say it's the best mode of travel, it can also be the worst nightmare when you're dealing with issues at an airport.
Well, as we'll see, trains aren't always the greatest either.
Nope. Well, but at least their flight, at least they landed safely, albeit in Wichita, which
Mhm.
is totally flew past where they needed to go. So now you have to get from Kansas to Chicago, which is how many miles?
Not really that far in the grand scheme of things, but it is in the middle of, well, late November, so bad weather November.
Right. And when you're trying to make it in under 2 days, 708 miles.
Yeah, you don't want to walk that.
No. Hey, that's a great name for that driver, Doobie. And here's another cameo. This guy that's driving, also a very famous character actor.
And later on, Michael McKean shows up, who we saw in
Mm.
Clue.
Oh, this movie is just full of them.
Yeah. That's a very 80s thing, just to lower the car.
Yep, it's a low rider.
Um,
And
all
yes,
on
there
the
are cars back in the day that did look like that. Um,
Yeah.
Johnny Devick looks like the guy from across the hall in Friends. And Eric also said, "Hey, that's the guy from Friends." Yep, that's the creepy upstairs neighbor. Does anybody remember his name?
The character's
Yep,
name?
yep. What was his
No.
name in Friends as the creepy neighbor from upstairs?
Well, it's not Creepy Naked Guy. That was across the street. Mr. Something. He was always in a bathrobe.
Yep, always in a bathroom. Mr. Hinkle. Thank you, Johnny Devitt. Mr. Hinkle. And I believe there was an episode where he actually died.
Yes, and then the two, Monica and Rachel, or Monica and Phoebe, had to go upstairs and deal with the stuff.
Yeah, I believe yeah, Johnny Devick. He was above Monica and Rachel.
Yep. And
Uh,
having a rough understanding of what apartment buildings usually look like, being the footprint of the apartment on one side and the other is the same as you go up levels, or should be the same as you go up levels. His apartment was not the same layout as Monica's. So I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. It's a different set, but okay. But it's an apartment building in New York. They were not going to be doing 17 different models of apartment.
yeah. And it was probably just something they hope nobody noticed and you overlook it for the sake of the series.
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Swift, another character actor there. I forgot what else he did, but I remember him as the patriarch from Hamburger the movie. Well, at least they got a room
Yeah.
and they have to share a room. But they're getting along pretty well. It's not bad for being complete strangers,
Hmm.
meeting at the airport. I don't know as if I'd be too chummy with someone I just met like that.
Yeah. And then he's looking at the shower curtain rings.
And something we totally take for granted, but apparently back in the 80s, there was a traveling salesman who sold them as you
Yeah.
would encyclopedias or vacuum cleaners back in the day.
And there you go. You don't know. I can't remember. I don't have the volume up, whether he's freezing or he's scalding. You turn in the water back on.
I think it's
Oh,
cold.
look. It's a vibrating bed.
It's a vibrating bed.
Tells you the class of hotel they're in.
You could already tell by the stains on, I mean, stains everywhere.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's better than sleeping outside, I guess.
True. Now I gotta ask. When I'm getting out of the bathroom, there's no mat. There's water
Hmm.
everywhere.
Hmm.
There's one little face cloth left to dry himself off. I don't know about you. One guy uses the bathroom, the next guy uses the bathroom. When Steve Martin went into the bathroom, he should have been able to see the state of the bathroom before he got in the shower. That's just a logic thing that tweaked in my brain, going, that doesn't make any sense. It's funny as hell, but it doesn't make any sense.
Especially if you
I don't know.
travel for work a lot, you
Yeah.
check out the bathroom before you use it, you would think.
Yep.
Yeah, Eric, that bathroom looks disgusting. Even before his crap was strewn everywhere, it was disgusting.
Yes, yes, Miss Swift, don't fight the plot logic. I know, I know, I know. I had no idea those beer cans were going to blow like that. You left them on a vibrating bed. What did you think was going to happen?
That would be funny if while they're both on the bed, there was a glitch and it started vibrating. That would have
Yeah.
been a really funny gag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edward the Black Prince. How about them sports?
You a few seconds ahead of us there, Edward?
21:37. We're probably within a few seconds of each other.
Okay, yeah.
I believe if anybody is watching this on, I believe Tubi, it's free. You might
Yeah.
have commercials. And I don't know if I'm entirely happy with the 3 hour timer that I sometimes have up there. Um, so yeah, if anybody loses track, just shout out and we'll get you back on track.
The timer's about 10 minutes fast, I think.
Because it includes the 10-minute head start
Oh, yeah, yeah.
intro. Yeah.
Well, we can do math and deduct 10 minutes.
You do that 10
Yeah.
minutes.
If you were sharing a room with someone and they did that, you want to beat them with a pillow.
And if the bathroom was halfway decent, you'd go and sleep in the
In the
tub.
tub.
Or if you had
But
extra linen, you'd sleep on the floor.
but Edward said showering with tetanus.
Um, okay, so off topic. Um, I came across a really interesting movie. And I was telling Alex about it before we started today. Um, for some reason, this came on my feed. If anybody has ever heard of what the longest movie ever made is, um, you might want to check it out. This is a fascinating concept. I doubt anybody out there would ever want to watch it, but it is called Logistics from 2012. And it is 857 hours. No joke. This is a legit movie. And the genre is experimental art. And it is a Swedish movie. Oh, this is where John Candy delivers his famous line.
Yeah.
Because this is like their first argument, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
And and
get
and
along.
Steve's going a little far.
He is, but I get it. He is desperate to get back home. Um, so so yeah, Logistics from 2012, an experimental art form out of Sweden. It is a movie that films the production and transportation of a pedometer in real time. And it's
Mm.
this really bizarre film broken up into different parts on YouTube, like sections 8 hours long, and there's literally 900 chapters. Um, it's interesting. Check it out. Um, Challenge for anybody who can sit through 857 hours of it. I'll give you a gold star.
Bill Irwin, yes, Johnny Devick. Thanks for, yeah. That now the name's familiar, but that again, I'd have to look him up on IMDb to see the rest of his credits. But
Yes, Bill Irwin.
hmm. Now, what Steve Martin's saying is correct. Have a point. It makes it that much more interesting for the listener.
And this is kind of an emotional moment.
It is. Because Steve's realizing he went too far.
Just a little bit. Um, I like me. My wife likes me. And I love that.
God, that lampshade is horrendous.
The whole room is horrendous. Well, they're trying to get along, to
Yeah.
move along because they're traveling companions.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, I would probably blow up too.
Yeah.
But realizing this is still, yeah, we're still on the first day of their journey,
Yeah.
and they've got a long way to go.
And Steve Martin's big blow up doesn't really happen with Dell. It happens with an agent at a
Yeah.
counter with the. Oh, see, don't trust the skeevy motel.
Okay, here's another cameo. The robber. Uh, Usually, yeah, that takes some balls to break in when they're there.
Yeah. And it was the 80s, so that would explain why there's that much cash in their wallet. But
Yeah, that was back when cash was king.
well, it still is.
Oh,
But
Johnny Devick is saying I have that lamp at my farm. It's a great farm lamp. Okay, here's another famous line. Let's hear it, Alex. What's the line?
Why did you kiss my ear? Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand?
Exactly. And who was it? Miss Swift posted the gif of the line. Where's your other hand? In any other context, that could be a really horrifying line.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you see that game last night? How about the
Yeah.
Bears? Yeah, Bears.
The painting over the bed is not bad. It really fits the motif
Yeah.
of, yeah, handprints on the wall, gunk everywhere, the kind of carpet where
And
you don't dare walk in barefoot.
yeah, and
Oh,
this
yeah. Yeah, this.
in about 5 seconds.
Yeah. Ugh, that would gross me out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
And then the socks is bad enough, and then this.
Horrifying. This is like a horror movie.
It just makes it hilarious. It's just funny
Uh,
because it's
okay,
not happening to you.
let's get that vision out of my head. Has anybody seen this in the theater? Or what was everybody watching this when it was on cable? Or, it's still
Home
on
video. Yeah, it's still on regular
yeah, it's
rotation. Yeah.
it's on regular rotation on some of the movie channels still. So I mean it's out there.
Hmm.
Um, or did anybody rent it?
Okay, so Dell had a grapefruit, which you put a cigarette out in,
Yeah, and it looks
and
like a
and
stack of
and,
pancakes.
and a stack of pancakes,
Okay.
and Steve's having oatmeal, I guess,
And yeah, there's a plate of
something
looks like French toast.
probably.
Yeah, Johnny Devick, this is his first time seeing. Um,
Are you liking it so far, Johnny?
Anybody else first time watching? Even though it's been out for what, 40,
87, 97,
30, 40,
07,
let's do
17,
some math,
going on 40 years.
40 years. Ooh, Chaosphere is saying me, as in first
Never
time
seen it?
watching as well.
Nice. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, you kind of
Johnny
would, because
Devick.
it's a buddy movie, kinda. It's an opposites movie. It's a road movie.
Yeah, and
It's a John Hughes movie. So if you've seen any other John Hughes movies, which you likely have, it's in that vein.
um, okay, Cowbot, I can appreciate that. I think I saw this in the theater. I don't love this movie as much as everyone else seems to, but I have seen it a few times. My wife likes it. Fair enough. It I don't want to say it's a formulaic John Candy, but John Candy in this era kind of always played his characters uh, as real people who had like an underlying sense of humor, where he
Hmm.
wasn't outwardly doing the slapstick or telling the joke, waiting for applause kind of thing. But he's always played these relatable characters that just had that humanity and were just quirky enough that when he would say something funny, it was hysterical.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, he did Summer Rental. This was, wow, Stripes, Summer Rental, Uncle Buck, um,
Only the Lonely.
only the, oh, that was a good dramatic role for him.
Yeah. With Maureen O'Hara and who's her
Oh,
face
and his
from
mom,
Breakfast Club.
Ali Sheedy. That's
Yeah.
right.
And even in Cool Runnings.
Cool
Uh,
Runnings was, yeah, that was another,
that was
that was
later.
from yeah, that was later.
Yeah.
Oh, this character, also a cameo. This guy we will probably all know and love, but he's probably one of those guys, if you try to remember his name, anybody know it offhand?
Oh god, I'm seeing 5 things he's been in, but not.
You can see his face, right?
Yeah, it's like he played McNamara in 13 Days. He's was in The Good Wife. He was in again 13 other things that could probably come to mind.
Yes.
But his
Swift
name,
is saying he's that guy. He was the principal teacher in Trick or Treat anthology. But I'll throw that out. The gal that played his wife that had no speaking role, she was on there for maybe 30 seconds. The only one of the first places I can place her was Men in Black. She was the wife, Edgar's wife, who first encountered the flying saucer when it landed on his farm. She
oh,
played the wife. That's who she reminds me of, and I think that's her.
yeah, it was like he was wearing an Egger suit.
Yeah, he was wearing an Edgar suit. Yeah, because she's got that distinctive sound in her voice.
Mm.
So yeah, this guy driving was a friend of someone who owed Dell a favor. Like
Yeah.
he sold shower curtain rings too. Because I guess they weren't readily available at any store, I guess. His name is Dylan Baker. Thank you, Swift.
Dylan Baker. Okay, yeah. Now you say that, it's like, oh yeah, that. Yeah.
Dylan Baker.
It's
Now,
like
if
when
you
you
go
put,
on his
oh,
filmography,
that's everything and everything. It's like
it's probably as long as Steve Martin's and then some.
or Stephen Tobolowsky's, Ned Ryerson from Groundhog Day.
Oh, okay. Yes. Why does that name sound familiar? Ned Ryerson. He's the insurance guy.
Yeah.
I know that name, Ned Ryerson. Okay. So we went from a plane, we're going on a train, and we're going to see how well that goes. Even
Us
today, the
Magazine,
train.
circa 87.
Yep. And what show? Do you guys recognize what show's on the cover?
Looks like Family Ties.
Nice. Yep. Um, I believe passenger trains are still a pretty common method of travel these days. But I
Well,
think
if you're only going from Kansas to Chicago, why wouldn't you take the train?
yeah, I think even back in the 80s, because I'm unfamiliar with Amtrak's history. Um, but I think now Amtrak pretty much runs all the passenger rail cars. I think.
I think it depends. I haven't looked it up, but it might depend on the part of the country you're in.
Well,
Northeast, a lot of it's Amtrak for sure.
yeah, I know California, Oregon, Washington have a lot of routes. Yeah, for over a decade, I lived in one of the states that had no Amtrak at all. And now moving to one that does, I find it very interesting.
Swiftness, we go back to automobiles in a moment.
Yep, false advertising. They did. They were in a truck, which technically is an automotive. Yes. So we're out of order. Yeah.
Hmm.
They wouldn't just leave people out there. They would call for another train and they would get that towed off the tracks and then
Yeah,
they wouldn't say,
they'd push it back to a switch and change
yeah.
out the engine, which is why they have switch tracks and switchbacks. They're in Missouri still. Okay.
Okay, so they're in St. Louis.
Now they're on a bus.
Okay, so nowhere in the title of the movie was it buses, but here we
True.
are. We'll let it slide.
Well, this I'm pretty sure is they were all on a train going to a certain place. So we can't get you on another train. We'll put you on a bus. So that was probably the train people putting them on a bus.
So this bus is almost as um, entertaining as an adult theater, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey,
And the guy has a proper statement. Take a picture. It'll last longer.
yeah. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Tickets are only good to St. Louis.
But at least they're gonna get closer to Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this would be the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Neil Page has one. Yay!
3 coins in a fountain. Yeah.
No.
Not so much.
Has anybody heard and or seen the Steve Martin movie Man with Two Brains? Anybody remember that movie?
Yes, once upon a time.
Once Upon a Time from 1983.
That was before the jerk, then. No,
I think
after
that was
jerk.
after.
Yeah, jerk was late whenever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking The Jerk was early 80s, but no, 79.
Hmm. Czechoslovakian. He's trying to flog shower curtain rings as earrings.
Yep. Oh, Cowbot. Just saw it again a few weeks ago. Great film. Yeah, it's one of the Steve Martin lesser known movies. I think it's brilliant. Well, you got to hand it to Dell. This is how he became a really good salesman. If he can hawk those to anybody, I guess buyer beware.
Yeah. Thanksgiving must be on a weekend if the kids are doing a evening or daytime pageant.
Yeah, day before Thanksgiving. Yeah, but they could have school.
That's true. Yeah, I guess, yeah, the US, they don't have the day off before Thanksgiving. They have the day off after
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
it depends, I guess, or like half a day on Wednesday, whereas out here in California, my daughter's school district now has the week off for Christmas or for Thanksgiving, the whole week. So
Hmm.
yeah,
That's not bad.
Well, it's a nice bonus.
Be nicer to have the week off. Well, they probably already do. Between Christmas and New Year's, everything's off. Yeah.
Yeah, I think most school districts have days off before Christmas, and then it goes all the way till
Yeah, the
after New
first
Year's.
Monday after New Year's. Yeah.
Yep. Matt, yay! Welcome, Matt. Sent a picture. He's got it on DVD. The Man with Two Brains on DVD.
Nice.
I that is such a fun movie to revisit. Maybe we'll do a watch party on it. Um, I don't think it was on my list before. It really is one of the funniest movies. Yeah, Swift hasn't seen it since I was young, but remember many of the gags. And the surprise at the very end, who the what the elevator murderer is, which I thought was just downright hysterical. Johnny Devick, this year we have 2 weeks off of school for Christmas. That's it. I
Well,
guess I have to.
Christmas is on a Friday, right? So
Is it?
I want to say it's a Friday.
Oh,
Christmas Eve to
yes.
Christmas. Yeah, Thursday, Friday.
Okay. Because
Which
it really
makes
just depends on what day of the week it falls on.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Boxing Day is on a Saturday, so Boxing Day is always bananas anyway.
Do you have Boxing Day where you live?
Yeah, we have Boxing Day up
Okay.
in Canada.
Oh, I thought that was just a UK holiday, but is it like the UK and some of the Commonwealth countries?
Yeah, I think Australia has it. I know we do here in Canada. Oh, look, Steve Martin's going to his rental car, and this is a very, very stupidly planned shuttle bus. He's got his voucher. He's got his key.
Everything should be great,
Everything's
but
wonderful. Sun is
everything's
shining.
wonderful. But we're only halfway through the movie. If it worked out great, then the movie would be over.
And there goes the shuttle bus.
There it goes. So correct me if I'm wrong, but the day before Thanksgiving, I don't think that lot would necessarily be full of rental cars.
Not that full. There's a lot of Oldsmobiles though.
Don't think
A
so.
lot of
Oh,
Oldsmobiles, a lot of Fords.
yeah, that makes no sense.
And the rental car lots out by the hotels. Not
Yeah, and it's not like he could just jump in one of the other cars. So again, things are not going his way.
nope. His nice leather shoes are now soaking wet.
Yep, and he will not let go of his briefcase or his bag.
Or his garment bag, yep.
Yep, or his garment. Yep.
Now that would hurt because that's going down the hill is one thing. The 4 foot drop directly to the pavement
Yep.
would hurt.
So yeah,
And I'm
remember
pretty
those
sure
days when you
security
could
would have
just
picked him
walk
up
on the
before he.
tarmac? You could just. Oh no, we lost Alex. Alex, come back. Okay, Edie McClure. She was. Oh God, I mean, what hasn't she been in? I know her from Ferris Bueller. She was also in Carrie. All right, let's see if we can get Alex back. I wonder if his internet went out. All right. So was she Elvira? Let's do a search.
Okay, so that was me disconnected there. Sorry, my Ethernet cable yanked out of my laptop that I didn't notice.
No worries. You were only gone for about 30 seconds and I was yelling for you.
Okay,
Alex, can you hear
yeah.
me? um,
And
oh
here's
my
the
God,
best
like
the best 90 seconds of a movie as delivered by Steve Martin.
as delivered, yes. Like we very rarely hear him cursing like this
Hmm.
ever. And we were talking about Edie McClure,
Yeah,
um, and like what she has been in. More than likely, it's like what she hasn't been in.
yeah. She's been in a
Um,
bunch.
like her filmography will take up pages and pages. And I think she's still active.
Hmm.
Uh,
And
oh,
with what's
yeah,
about
she's
to
been in
happen,
movies, TV.
John
Okay.
Candy's got a fantastic line coming up.
Okay, maybe my internet is now freaking out. Miss Swift, I think you tried to post a GIF, but I don't see it. Maybe it's me.
Oh, it's the they think he's a righteous dude.
Oh, yes, from Ferris Bueller. And she kept
Hmm.
getting the pens lost in her hair because her hair was so poofy.
Yeah.
And she would like pull out pencils and just find them. Cameo alert. I think I should know that guy.
Probably. Oh, and here comes John Candy in the car from Vacation, or
National Lampoon's Vacation.
or the good version of the car from the coloring and styling is like the car from Vacation, green with wood paneling.
And it's like they were meant to be traveling buddies.
You insensitive asshole! I just love his delivery on that.
Now he's getting mad.
Yeah,
I don't think
I want you to
we
help him
saw
out.
him get mad at all in the movie.
And his line's coming up in a second.
In the day,
Missouri
the
rental.
station wagon with the wood paneling, it was you couldn't not see it on the highway.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not even a station wagon. It's just
Wood panel car.
I've never seen a guy picked up by his testicles. Yeah, no, the it's a
Um,
convertible, which you don't really want in November.
so they're in the automobile now.
They're back. They're now in the automobile,
Yep,
and to Miss Swift's point, it did say automobiles, plural.
right. Oh, that's true. So I have got a little tidbit in my Amazon X-ray. It says the green convertible is a 1986 Chrysler LeBaron Town and Country,
Nice.
and it was
He's got,
modified
that's a nice car for its day.
for its day. But it looks like a station wagon. It
Well,
looks like the Clark station wagon.
yeah.
It is a coupe. Yep, it's a sedan version. Yep, Calbot.
If you've ever been in a car with somebody that can't adjust their seat to their liking, this is it.
All the time. All the time.
And
I
this
think
is
it's
early
standard in
'80s
the
electrics now.
well, isn't that before they had the electric and it was all manual?
No, he's flicking switches, so it's going. So
Okay.
it's probably early version of that. Though my car still just has a hand lifter that you then adjust backwards or forwards.
Yeah, I have that too, and you would think if part of it is electronic, shouldn't all of it?
You would think, yeah, the forward back or the back, yeah.
Yeah.
Or there's a seat lifter to raise your bum up and down. And
Right. But to move the front seat forward or back, I've always had it manual.
Yeah, there's a little hook under the seat.
Hmm.
I thought my car was fancy because it had an ass warmer.
It is fancy. Seat warmer and a seat cooler, seat air conditioning.
No, my car's
That
not
is
that
super
fancy.
fancy.
It has a warmer, but
Yep.
no cooler in the seat anyway.
So at this point, they only have probably what, 500 miles to go?
Not that far. No, St. Louis,
St.
roughly
Louis to Chicago?
St. Louis to Chicago. That's not shouldn't be that far. You'll have to drive through Ohio, but probably. Right.
312 miles.
Well, that's not very far.
No. This should not be a problem. They only have 300 miles to go
Drive there in a night.
and they should
Stop for
be
gas
there,
once, maybe.
right? Not so in this movie because if it was easy, it would be over already.
True.
Yeah, I've never had that happen.
Yeah.
Calbot, yes, a coworker called heated seats bun warmers, and I always refer to them that way now.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Yeah. No, I remember in one of the first episodes of a show called Fringe with
Oh,
Joshua Jackson and John Noble, who was Denethor in The Lord of the Rings. He the character had been in a mental hospital and he's brought out for various reasons. And he says to the FBI agent in charge, "This automobile has a fantastic function. It warms your ass." And he'd been in an institution since the 80s, right? So he wouldn't have known
yeah.
what that function was.
That takes me back. That was a very interesting show.
It was
Yeah, he had been in an institution for what, some 20 years?
something like that. Yeah.
And he had a hard time adjusting to life when he got out.
Yeah.
It was odd.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
he should be paying
he should be
attention.
A, paying attention to the road, but B, with the volume of that radio. How is Steve Martin asleep?
Probably traveling with Dell, he's learned how to tune it out. Is so exhausted, he's just tuning it out.
Yeah. He's blinking his lights and his brights.
Oh.
And he's an
Yeah,
idiot with a
Johnny Depp at
cigarette.
the show Fringe.
Yeah.
It was on, oh,
It was on
see, lit
Fox.
cigarette.
Yeah. Lit cigarette? No, you put the cigarette out first, you doofus.
Nothing good
Uh,
can come of that.
yeah. Yeah, no, Fringe was excellent. 5 seasons, something like that.
Yep.
4 for sure. 5, yeah, 5.
Yeah, I think 4 would have been fine, but they extended it out just so they could have a proper ending.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it has its highs and lows, but it was very well done.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not buying that for a second because this is the night before Thanksgiving. The roads would be packed.
Yep.
And the worst traveling experience I ever had was many, many moons ago, driving home on the night before Thanksgiving and everybody is on the road. Yes, Cowbot, that funny gif, I'm not wearing pants. Yep.
Yeah, and he's steering with his legs, trying to steer with his legs. Yeah, it's like, yeah, of course, yeah. Why wouldn't you just, stop the car and pull over?
Especially since there's no traffic.
Yeah, and he goes clearly to an exit ramp, and he's not paying attention. And
Yep.
it's an exit ramp, right? So, and
Right.
now he
So he's
stops the
still,
car, and
yeah.
the roads must be icy because he's spinning around like that. But there's still funny bits to come with the car.
Yep. That would have been a little trauma. Yeah. Edward the Black Prince is saying, yeah, don't stop the car. There's no one on the road. The safest thing would have been to just pull over. But as Miss Swift said before, just, let's not use logic. This is movie logic we have to pay attention to.
Yeah. Like, you're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
They're idiots. What do they know? How do they know where we're going?
And that could only work is if there's no one on the road.
Mm-hmm. It's like, what are they doing over there?
So, yeah, if you're going the wrong way, you would think the other person is going the wrong way.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a little funny comedic bit here.
And they wouldn't smell the smoke back seat,
Yeah, that's been smoldering for quite a while, hasn't it?
which was the impetus of his problem with his jacket, and his jacket's still on.
Yeah,
Again, we're applying logic to where there should be no logic listened.
right. But as Edward the Black Prince is pointing out, that is stretch even for movie logic. Yeah, that's a stretch. But it's a fun movie. Okay, I think it's now hitting him. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Roll down your window and hear what they're saying.
Cha, 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 cha.
There you go. Yeah,
Flashing to skeletons.
I love that. That was great.
Slams on the brakes. There
Yep,
goes the
there
trunk
goes
and the
this.
light.
The trunk had been with him the whole time. You can't lose
Yeah.
it.
And you know you're
Yep,
stressed when your fingers go into the dashboard.
pull your fingers out of the dashboard, change your pants, change your underwear, because we know that, yeah. Yep. You would not be getting your deposit back if that was your
No,
rental car. Forget about it.
no, I can understand the trunk being on top of the trunk. Why is the suitcase and the other bags not in the trunk? There is a trunk.
Good question.
There are
Did it
back
not fit?
seats. Well, how tiny is the trunk on a LeBaron that it can't fit a suitcase, a duffel bag, a valise, and a garment bag?
Yeah. Well, it is a town and country, and they're huge, so there should have been a lot of room.
So the trunk should have.
Uh,
So the trunk should have fit in the back seat.
yes,
That's
but
just
then it
that's just
wouldn't have had
bad
the
parking.
same. It wouldn't have
Wouldn't
had the
have had.
same comedic effect.
This is true. Yes, it's all for
Right.
comedy. I get that, but then I've seen this movie many times. I'm
Uh,
starting to apply logic to it.
don't. I know. Sometimes I do that too. You analyze it too much, and it's just it hurts your brain.
Hmm.
Um, so Johnny Devick is asking, did I just see Van Damme there?
As in Jean Claude.
As in, that's the only Jean Claude I know of. As in the other vehicle, or was it when they had that flashback of the skeletons when they thought they were losing their lives? I don't know because I didn't see Van Damme. Anybody? Anybody? Anybody?
Oh,
Yeah,
because of the Miss Swift, I'm seeing that with the Van Damme doing the splits between the two Volvo transports.
gotcha. That as in a Van Damme move? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
classic.
Oh, and of course all you can do is laugh when the car catches on fire.
Yep.
And
I
it's a
think it's
convertible, so
funnier
the roof's gone pretty quick.
than the next scene because it rounds out this bit because you're thinking game over, car's on
Hmm.
fire. You're waiting for the explosion. Nope, the explosion doesn't happen.
Hmm.
This is, when life is so bad that all you can do is laugh.
Yeah. If you tried to return that car to a rental agency, they'd go,
And they're going to say, I hope you have good insurance.
"Yeah." It's like, did you get the extra protection?
Yeah, you're going to wish you had that extra
Yeah.
insurance.
You can't rent a car with shower curtain rings, Dal. I put it on your visa.
Yeah, here comes the
Well,
realization.
your Diners Club card. Oh, do you remember Diners Club?
I remember way back when. Boy, I remember air travel back in the 80s. I remember, um, wow, I remember the 80s very well. And the 90s. Diners Club is still active, isn't it?
I don't know. Pardon me.
Diners Club. It's kind of like the Discover card.
I don't know if Discover's still around.
Yeah, I don't.
Then again, whenever I'm watching an American feed of TV, every other ad is for erection medicine.
Yeah,
So
that's the
it's
same
not like
for theirs.
not like I'm seeing any ads for Visa or anything like that. So
No. Well, apparently Diners Club is still out there, and Discover Financial Services is their parent company.
oh,
Ah, okay. So the
okay.
big companies gobble up the little companies, and then eventually
Yep.
there's only a few global companies out there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Miss Swift, this reminds me of the time I passed by a car on the highway with the hose from a gas pump flopping and sparking out of their gas tank.
Oh
Yikes.
God, that's one where you hope a cop sees him and pulls him over.
So I don't know how this car, though they're driving it. Now all the bags fit in the back because everything, probably the
The roof just isn't
front,
there. They're
there's
driving
nothing.
now in El Camino, and the
Steaming
steaming
pile
wreck
of
of the
crap.
seats, steaming pile of crap racks of the seats. Yeah.
Yep. But it makes the scene. Otherwise, the car should not have been drivable,
Hmm.
obviously. But for them to be driving it and it's still
Look at
steaming,
this. He's pulling out.
it's
I have
it's a
diners.
fun bit.
I have Visa. Now this guy, this is another cameo who's I can't place.
Yep. Uh, is he the elderly guy that Tony Stark is in the cave with in Iron Man? Or
No,
am I thinking of another actor?
different actor.
Okay.
$17 and a really nice watch.
Yeah, that guy, he's another one of those guys.
Hmm. I've been wearing the same
Oh,
underwear since Tuesday. I can vouch for that.
yeah. Miss Swift is saying Discover's still around, and Matt is saying Stifler's mom is hawking the Discover card. Yeah, I don't see ads for it these days. because I don't. Yeah, I tend not to want to watch commercials anymore.
Mm.
There's ways around it. I guess we've gone away from network television where everything was funded through ads, and now we're in a different structure of entertainment
Hmm.
where you don't necessarily have to watch ads anymore.
Yeah, but when it's a network television show or even a cable show, if they don't have the people watching it as it's airing, it's not going to get renewed. If it doesn't have
Yeah.
ratings, it's not going to get renewed. So a show can be fantastic and it becomes a one season wonder because nobody watched it, and then they go back and watch it on streaming later because that's where it gets dumped, or they happen to see it on DVD and they say, "Oh, this show's amazing. Why isn't there a season two?" Because nobody watched it, you damn fools.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we get those campaigns
You bring this show
that
back.
you start
Yeah.
to bring the show back, and like another network will pick it up, or
Hmm.
Netflix will pick it up and give it another season.
Hmm.
Um, so that's pretty common.
Which happened with Cobra Kai
Hmm.
after YouTube TV went defunct, or YouTube Red went defunct after the first two seasons, and it happened with Lucifer when Fox dropped it. Both went to Netflix
Yeah.
to some success. Yes, he was the lawyer in Jurassic Park,
Yes. Thank you,
eaten
Miss
off,
Swift.
eaten off the toilet.
He was the one. Yep. Well, so it seems that Dell and Neil have gone their separate ways, and he's sleeping out in the car.
If it weren't -5, you could, you know, and the car had, roof and windows and everything, then if it weren't the end of November, you could sleep in the car.
Yep.
I'm not recommending if you're doing a long highway trip sleeping in the car on the side of the road. That's just stupid. Uh,
No, not when you have no protection.
you know,
You have no roof on the car if you're in a burned out shell of a vehicle. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
even if you're just in a straight up locked car, don't sleep on the side of the road.
Johnny Devick, ads are back. Some streaming services have started with ads for their all but top subs. I know, isn't it ridiculous?
Yeah, like,
I
I'm
can't.
I'm I'm paying for proper full Disney Plus because no, like,
I know.
no.
I can't even keep track. It used to be one streaming service. We used to have Netflix. Then it kind of grew
Everyone
from
piled
there,
on. Yeah,
right? It was like an organic growth of streaming services. Now it's everyone's got one, or all of your content is getting gobbled up by another streaming service.
yeah,
So you can't just have one streaming service to watch everything you want. So you have to
yeah.
pick and choose.
Hmm.
And I stepped away from Netflix, so a lot of the content I want to watch, I have to get the DVD, or I'm mad. Midnight Mass is not on DVD, and I want to
Yeah,
see that again, so I have to get Netflix again.
and Hill House
They're on DVD. Hill House and Bly, I got them on DVD. They
and
are
House of Usher.
fabulous.
Is
I
House of
don't
Usher
know,
on?
but
Yeah,
this is the state of affairs. You just can't have one streaming service, so you got to pick and choose. You end up spending more money than it was in the beginning when you just had like
yeah,
one, like HBO or something.
yeah. If you had your basic cable plus a package and a half, or a package and threw on HBO, it was whatever it was. And if you were lucky, your provider didn't charge you extra for time shifting, so that if you were working late, you could watch the Pacific feed of stuff. Or in Canada, we were lucky because we have an extra time zone out east, so I could watch the Atlantic feed and get stuff that was 10. The way they had it was the 10 o'clock Eastern show aired at 7 o'clock because we get the Atlantic feed. So I'm like, oh, I don't have to stay up for this bonus. And when
Yeah.
the time and when the whenever the time change happened, Saskatchewan never doesn't change its time, so we could watch the Saskatchewan feed, and it would be off by an hour compared to everything else, which was great. You
But
guys don't
yeah,
have
we
you guys don't have that luxury unless you can get
no.
get a Hawaii feed, but that's 5 hours out, and why would you want that?
I don't even know how we can. I am just. I'm at a loss. You know, you shrug your shoulders
Hmm.
and you just want one
Hmm.
service. Um,
But they'll never go to a one streamer solution because
too
Disney's
much
like
content.
there's like Disney has their back catalog, Warner's, HBO, whatever has their catalog, Paramount has their catalog,
Yeah,
so on and
and
so
yeah,
forth.
and a
And
lot of times,
Netflix got into original content because the other as other guys got into streaming, oh, we don't want to license this to you.
yeah.
That's why eventually something like a Grey's Anatomy, which has 20 something seasons, will eventually all dump on Disney Plus because the streaming license, which is with Netflix, I think, or somebody else, that's going to expire. They're like, oh, we can bring everything in house now. So that's what they're going
Well,
to do.
it's crazy. Edward the Black Prince is saying Prime has always been my primary. They have everything for free or for rent. Yes, for the most part,
Hmm.
that is true. But you're right, Alex. It's getting to the point where they're also greedy for their content. They don't want to license it out.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to own it and stream it themselves, which now everything is fragmented.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Ms. Swift is mentioning the fragmentation of streaming has led to another rise in people sailing the high seas again. So,
Yeah. Like, still having cable is a perfectly sensible thing to do. Like, especially if your cable provider's got an on-demand function with their box.
exactly.
It's like, oh,
Exactly.
well,
That's where a lot of us can go back to.
yeah.
So,
And that's your next, like, I'll watch it the next day. It's on demand.
exactly.
And, you know, and what was the one I was thinking of here?
Uh,
Tubi's free.
mhm.
A couple of them are free, but you have to, have a profile to log in with. That's fine. Even Criterion, they have their channel you can get on cable, but then you can have their website and get even more stuff.
Well, there's got to be some kind of reckoning on the
Oh,
horizon. Streaming
it'll happen,
services.
but the services are owned by the three or five bigger companies in the
Yep.
US, and they have the FCC by the balls. If the FCC had any guts, or the CRTC in Canada had any guts, they'd take a hatchet to this stuff, but they don't.
Yeah. So we're basically stuck with,
Oh,
um,
here
I
comes
think
Mark. Here comes Mr. McKean.
here comes, yes, Mr. McKean.
Do
One of
you feel
the
this car is drivable? Yes.
one of the last big cameos in the film, I
Hmm.
believe.
Yeah. It's like,
Um,
it's a strange thing. Our speedometer has melted. The radio works.
yes. So you're definitely not getting your deposit back from the
Yeah.
rental company. Small fire. They caught it in the nick of time. Just a small one. But I love how he's being very friendly and polite with the officer. Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong here. I have nothing to see, officer. We're fine.
78.
Yeah.
78, huh? Yeah.
On a burnout car.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
That's impressive.
And in the features I was watching before this, McKean goes into, there was more exposition for him, where he actually the character would go on to explain, oh, where are you going? Chicago, as they'll talk about in a second. Chicago. You're 100 miles past Chicago.
Oh,
So you have to go. Then they cut all that bit of exposition out, that you have to go turn around or make other arrangements. So I guess they just figured, for story purposes, get a couple laughs and get them on their way.
I think that would break our hearts at this point because we have 14 minutes
Yeah.
left.
It's
If
like,
they shoot past Chicago, I would just like, oh, I would just die for them.
yeah. But you also got to wonder where are the street signs? Like Chicago's a major metropolitan city. The street signs would tell you Chicago's that way. Well, Chicago's back there.
I guess it's possible.
Yeah,
Nothing has gone right for these guys.
yeah.
So be on the lookout, guys. Spinal Tap 2 is on
Coming to
its way.
DVD soon. Yeah, coming to home video
Yes.
soon.
Spinal Tap 2, the end continues. Oh, it released already. It released in September? Did it release in theaters?
It was in the theaters at the
Mm.
same time as Long Walk.
That's why I think Long Walk overshadowed it.
Well, also, did they wait an extra 10 years to do Spinal Tap 2? Did they wait too long? Because
Well,
I'm reasonably certain I ducked my head into Spinal Tap 2. It was playing, and there was like two people in the theater.
oh, I
Yeah.
hope it does well. And I can't wait to see it. And I'm just crossing my fingers, but I'm not hopeful. Um, Halbot is saying, yeah, that patch on his shoulder was Wisconsin, so they did indeed pass Chicago.
Hmm.
Okay, sorry, Swift. While there were automobiles, there was only a single plane and a train. Where's my refund? Because it did say planes, trains, and automobiles.
Hmm.
Oh, Edward the Black Prince never saw Spinal Tap. Ugh. Okay. Spinal
Did,
Tap Watch Party 2026.
did we do Spinal Tap already?
No,
No? Okay, then yeah, we'll have to throw that in.
we're going to have to do Spinal Tap. It's so, a lot of it is going to be inappropriate. It just, some of it does not age well, but it's just
Hmm.
hysterical. Okay, here's your trains. Miss Swift, here's another train.
Subway counts as a train. Well, it's the L,
Yeah,
so it's the L train.
right?
So yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna come
Yes,
up to
Matt.
the second emotional gut punch of the movie in a minute.
Yeah. We got a few more minutes for that. Matt is saying, why wait 10 years when you can wait 11? But bum.
Yes,
It,
well put.
it goes to 11 because 11 is louder.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Swift. You'll allow it. See, it's a technicality, but it still works.
Why don't you just keep it at 10 and just make everything louder? But this
Because
one
it's
goes to
11.
11. But this one goes to 11.
This goes to 11. Well, just when you think this is the end and they're going their separate ways, this is like a big emotional moment.
Hmm. He goes to check his watch. Oh, I don't have a watch. And he's thinking of his kids. Oh, God, is that Joey Lawrence?
No, that's Matthew Lawrence. Who was it that made the comment at the first? There's a little Matthew Lawrence there. I know. I did catch that comment in the chat. But he's on his way.
Matt Lawrence went on to do Mrs. Doubtfire?
I believe he was in Mrs. Doubtfire. And the Lawrence kids, I think that's like their
There's three of them.
filmography.
Yeah.
It's like a mile long.
And they've got a half decent podcast too, where it's actually the three of them chatting about stuff and they have guests on and stuff. So
And everybody has a podcast.
yeah, but some people are good at it, and some
Some
people
people
are
are.
not.
There's one that I particularly enjoy. He interviews celebrity. Um, he was, what is his name? I can't remember the podcast, but he was in Smallville. I think he was in Smallville.
Oh, Rosenbaum.
Yeah.
Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum,
Yes, that's it.
and that's actually really good because he does long form, hour and a
Hmm.
half, 2 hours.
Yep, the one with Will Wheaton I thought was especially, yes, Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah,
Swift got it too. With Will Wheaton was phenomenal.
that was one of the first times Will he had talked about it in his
He opened it up.
it was in his book that
Yeah,
he was promoting, but he said this is one of the first times he had openly talked about his, let's say,
growing up, trauma.
hellish childhood family dynamic.
Yep,
Yeah,
and hiding it, and most of the crew of Next Gen never knew.
yeah,
But anyway,
Here-
check it out, guys. It's really good.
yeah. And here's John
And
Candy kicking us in the balls,
yep, and we've just got another gut
emotionally.
punch.
Yeah,
Yep, and his wife passed away. He's on his own, doesn't have a home.
he
Um,
just travels the country. It's like,
yeah,
dude.
this movie is just ending on such a
Well,
high note.
and I guess they can't order a taxi because they've got no money left.
Yeah, no cash, no cards, everything burnt up.
Yeah, I can't say as I've seen the wife in this in much else.
Right. That doesn't that look like the scene from Groundhog Day as he's looking out of his bed and breakfast? That scene?
Oh, that the cross street.
Yeah, that looks the spitting image of Groundhog Day. Ah, there you go, Calbot. That's the ending of Breakfast Club, and yeah, the walk in this movie. And this movie just leaves you with the good feels. That's what Thanksgiving
Yeah,
is about, isn't it? Friends and family.
I'll have to look up what else she's been in. She must have been in other stuff, but nothing
She
comes to
does
mind.
not look familiar, guys.
And Steve Martin's basically looked like that since The Jerk
Yes. I think
or
he
Roxanne.
joked that he started going gray in kindergarten.
Yeah, he was one of those, white hair at 25. Well, you got some black hair underneath, but it's one of those where you see Steve Martin in Father of the Bride in 1991. He's saying, "Oh, he's 40." What? You don't look 40,
Yeah.
pal.
Um,
She's in The Boys. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. So if
she's
she's
in The Boys.
yeah,
Thank you, Matt. I didn't
she's in if she's the
dead. Huh.
CIA agent and the CIA person in The Boys, I will have seen her in a couple of things. But
Okay, and Swift is saying wife in Law and Order and from the final season of The Walking Dead.
okie
Okay, so
dokie.
now we can place her.
Hmm.
Um, all right, guys. Ah, so that left me with a smile on my face. Unlike Threads, which was that was a big downer.
That
This
was
one
a
is
big downer.
getting me ready for Thanksgiving, and I hope it is for you guys too. I hope this season's leave you with a smile on your face.
Hmm.
Um, and so there you go. Any final thoughts? Um, and as the last thoughts are coming in, so next week, which will be the Sunday before Thanksgiving, we are doing the movie Thanksgiving from 2023, which should be readily available in at least it was I could find it on Amazon for rent. I don't know if it's on Prime at this point. It could be. One of the things I noticed when I plan the movies out a month ahead of time that sometimes mid-month a movie will leave like the free viewing and then be a rental, or vice versa. So I might go back to just going like a week ahead of time. I don't know,
Mm.
but I kind of like having a month out. So if you guys want to get the DVD or whatnot, find a way to watch it. Um, and oh, Swift is saying it gets me hyped for the holidays. Johnny Devitt, guess I'll watch the Buffy Thanksgiving episode soon. Maybe one of
Nice.
these days I'll get into Buffy.
Yeah, it's
Um,
not bad. And it's worth doing before the sequel series comes out.
I know that we had talked about that in the chat a lot. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Um, okay, Johnny Devick is saying nice movie. Can't say I found it LOL funny, but sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's one of those. It's one of those
I
that
get it.
it's an if you're in the right mood, you might hurt yourself laughing. Otherwise, it's funny. Yeah, I'm kind of laughing, but
Yeah, not like some of the other comedy movies out there where it's just rolling on the floor, but
hmm
it made me smile. It made me chuckle,
hmm
and leaves you feeling good. And that's
yeah,
what our Sundays are all about. We should, you know, not feel like we wasted 2 hours of our life.
yeah.
Um, so Calbot is saying Thanksgiving is on Hulu, or it was the last time I checked. Okay, guys. So check out Hulu if you need to, or any of the streaming services. Um, there you go.
Now this is the Thanksgiving. If I remember, this is the Eli Roth Thanksgiving that had a fake trailer in the Grindhouse movies back in the day.
Yeah, it's an Eli Roth.
Oh yeah,
And
yes. So
he,
that's the Thanksgiving that was the fake trailer in Death Proof and Planet Terror. It was one of those trailers that became a movie. Okay, yeah.
yeah, I believe so.
I just
Um,
wanted to be sure I was going to find the right thing. Like, and
Eli
if
Roth is
yeah,
one of my favorite guys to listen to every time he's on an interview. He's so fascinating.
hmm
Um, yep, there you go, Eric, over there in Discord. That's a nice poster of it. There
I
will be
because
no
I
leftovers.
always confused it with Thanksgiving, which is the turkey that goes nuts and starts butchering people.
Right. I almost did that one, but I figured we'd just really go for Thanksgiving slasher.
Yeah,
So
versus
there you go.
the C
Versus
grade movie. Go with at least the B movie.
exactly. And there's no beating Eli Roth, even though he's done some interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes not always top quality, but I find him very entertaining. Um,
Yeah, the gift
uh,
that Chaos Sphere posted, I'm like, yeah, I know that's a clip of the trailer, but I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'll have to do a
yeah,
pre-watch on that one.
yeah. I'm gonna have to do a pre-watch on that too. I have not seen Thanksgiving, um, but it's really gonna put us in the mood for carving up some turkey. I have a feeling.
Carving up some something.
Yeah, there you go.
See,
So,
I never watched this all the way through the credits, and the guy still can't make his mind up about the damn mock-ups.
oh, so this was like before the
It's a
the end scene after the credits when Marvel did it brilliantly. This has got one of those.
yes. How did I've loved this
Well,
movie
because
for 30 years. I've never seen.
but I tell you what, before Marvel started doing it, I never stayed for the credits.
Nobody did,
But
but there it is. Like, but then again, Ferris Bueller did it, so why wouldn't this?
because it wasn't part of our culture.
Yeah.
And
Oh, last Marvel
every
movie I went
time,
to, people didn't stay for the credits. I'm like,
but you have
since
to. It's a really good hook to make you stay through the credits.
yeah,
So I'm kind of like, when the movie's done, it's done, unless I know that there's an end credit scene. Yeah, Edward the Black Prince. It was really rare back in the day. Um, okay, Matt is still waiting for Machete in Space.
yes,
Hey,
I want to see that as well. Machete kills again in space,
space.
and
Yeah, I think we're going to be waiting a long
if
time.
they actually got DiCaprio to do it, that would be great.
Well,
because I'm pretty sure Mel Gibson's a little too old now.
well, DiCaprio's getting up there, isn't he?
Yeah, but
Um, yeah.
Gibson's got 20
Um,
years on him. So,
oh, see, Mad Matt is saying always stay for the credits so the parking lot clears out. And Calbot always stayed for the credits when I went to the movies. Yeah. Okay.
see, yeah, hey,
Um, there you go.
you can like a movie for ages and still find something new, which I did.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, guys, we are going to be wrapping it up here. Thank you guys so much for being here. This was, as always, a lot of fun.
Always
Um,
fun with you guys.
it's always fun with you guys. And yeah, we're approaching the end of the year. Next week, we're going to be doing Thanksgiving. And then the week after that. So yeah, what do you guys think? Take a week off or push through to Die Hard? If you want to think about it, let me know your thoughts next week. And then we get the Christmas movies. We got 4 of them coming in December, and then we're off and running in 2026.
Oh God,
So
2026.
2026, yeah, and we're going
Uh,
to be doing a lot of fun things. So, all right,
yes,
guys, it's been my pleasure. Thank you, Alex, for
my
being
pleasure.
here, and thank you all for joining. And any last thoughts? Otherwise, it's a wrap. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be good to others. Be good to animals. Um, have a great week, and we'll see you again next Sunday. Bye, all.
Hi, gang.